And the next one. Are you happy with the state of GVG? Is the current state the vision that you had at the beginning, or with designing this game mode?
I think it's close. I mean, in all of our minds, we wanted GVG to be a guild fighting another guild. Whether or not that was you guys building a base together and fighting another guild's base, or doing some raid or something like that, like we wanted the guilds to be fighting each other. So what it actually ended up being in the end isn't like what we had planned it the whole time along, just because there's so many variables and so many ways we could have done it. That this one, just the way that we handled it this time around, just made the most sense to us. But sorry, I kind of derailed a little bit. I think we're happy with the state of it. I'm sure we can make some tweaks to it, and by tweaks I mean like I'd probably like make some changes to the matchmaking and a few other small things, but we wouldn't like redesign things from the ground up. But it's definitely not. It's not entirely what we had in mind at the very beginning. It definitely evolved. I think. Sorry, and to go back to that, I think a good example of that is like the guild hall was supposed to be much more tied into the rewards for GVG. Like you guys have probably seen the things on the bottom of the guild hall, and by that I mean the upgrades. There's like a little stable you can get, a rune table and stuff like that. Those were all planned to have like actual benefits to your character, and like you'd be able to like upgrade your runes or something if you had the better rune table, and you'd be able to unlock certain bonuses, and thrones were going to give you experience bonus and stuff like that. But we ended up kind of changing our mind on a lot of that at the end, and went with the whole perk system instead. So a lot of stuff that we wanted to do initially, we ended up changing our mind later.
Pretty good answer. This one kind of goes back to the, I guess, well, not really the daily stuff. It's kind of a similar idea, but does the item drop, like the bonus, give you bonuses to the drops of things like hyper shards and doubloons?
Item find actually does not affect hyper shards and doubloons, because basically all item find does is improves the quality of the item that would have dropped. So by that I mean in the loot tables, basically it determines whether or not you should be getting a weapon, for example. And then once the item is determined, it then does the calculations to figure out the rarity. The rarity is where item find takes into effect. So that affects all gear that drops, that affects schematics, anything that can have like a rarity variation to it. The balloons and hyper shards do not have any sort of rarity variation to them. There's just, you either get it or you don't. So no, item find does not affect those two.
Oh, a skeleto.
Skeletal.
Hella bribing.
You better bribe that.
I did. I'm bribing everything. If I'm gonna be a dev, I gotta bribe it all.
I think that's the last of the questions that we had stockpiled, right?
All of our questions? No. We still have quite a few.
More.
Do any of the developers play the game daily? This one's kind of hard. Yes and no. I mean, we're constantly working on the game, so playing it daily is just work. So it's a yes and no. We play to test things, but we don't really play to... I mean, we do in a way, but I'm just mumbling now. Like,
I do, and I'm not sure how much the other two play as well. But I have a secret free account that I play as a free player. I don't give myself gems or anything, and I just play through the game very casually. No one knows my free character, but you might see him in game once in a while, and you just never know that it's me.
Yeah, I have a free play account as well.
I had some, but I turned them all into dev accounts for lurking in world chats.
That's why you guys don't see our dev accounts at a very high level, because we're playing the other accounts. We're not really playing the dev account.
Report Leisha for hack, yeah. Oh man, treasure chest. Yeah. Next question is, are you gonna make it possible to craft legendary schematics?
Wait, repeat that. Crafting legendary schematics, is that what you said?
Yeah. So people, it's basically because the farming is more RNG. I just added that one on.
I haven't thought about that one actually. It's possible. I think the hard part about it is it would have to be limited, kind of like the cosmetic chests and stuff, because there's only so many schematics you can get that at a certain point you wouldn't be able to open them anymore or get new ones anymore. So I think it's possible. I haven't really thought about that one before, but yeah, maybe.
Next one's really interesting. Will there be a chance to have individual houses? We've already covered fishing or other similar features in the future.
Interesting that my original idea for the guild hall, it's not a unique idea, as so everyone knows. It's just I was thinking that we would have individual houses, but it just didn't seem as fun to us once we kind of thought that should be a guild kind of thing. So is it planned? No. But I would think that there's more visuals coming to the guild hall, so everyone knows.
I think personal housing would be cool, but we would want to take it to the next level, probably where you like. I think a good example is like maybe you kill Dryad and he has a chance to drop a trophy that you can go and put on your house wall or something like that. Like we'd want to do some fun stuff like that, but I don't think we have any actual plans to do player housing. But that's kind of just like if we were to do it, it'd be pretty special in those kind of ways.
All right, let's see. I think we already covered, so I'm skipping that one. Would you be able to explain the reasoning behind why you need so many materials to max out legendary pets and accessories?
We wanted it to be a long-term goal, but not a necessity. Basically, yeah, it takes a lot of critter jelly and component cream to max out an item, but the bonus is so minuscule that it's not something that you need. It's helpful, and it gives players a long-term goal, and it was kind of the whole purpose of it, is to not only, one, give purpose to all those duplicate familiars and accessories people are getting, you actually get value out of those now. But two, it's just another long-term goal for people to chase. It's not a big deal, you don't need to have it, but it's something that you can do.
Just adds more to the game. Do we ever plan on bringing on more staff to help with content?
So it's kind of a weird question.
The answer is no.
It's kind of no. The team is very small, as a lot of you people know. That's the core team. We have a core team of three and a half people. But we always bring on people to help out in other ways if we need to. We've actually hired on a few people as contract work just to help out with things that they can help out with. But the main core team is not going to grow, but we definitely bring people on to help us out on things that we need help with.
Just kind of catching up on seeing if there's any good things in Twitch chat. I can post the list of questions, but I don't know if we'll be posting the answers I mean, I could kind of type them out, but I haven't been typing them out as I go, so that might, if we did that, it would probably take a while before that's up anywhere. next question. Why is Jupio Men so hands-off with the community, and why don't we hear from you all more? Why don't you do more Q&As or blogs or anything like some of the other indie companies do? And why is so much information, including updates, drop rates, etc., kept a secret from the community?